What if the epidemic of insomnia and chronic exhaustion we face today isn't a mystery, but a disconnection from the very rhythms of the earth? Every night, your body is designed to enter a state of profound biological reconstruction, a process where your DNA is repaired, your brain is flushed of metabolic waste, and your hormones are reset for the coming day. Yet, for most of us, this internal clock is broken, shattered by artificial light and the relentless stress of the modern world. We try to fix it with synthetic sedatives that leave us groggy, unaware that ancient records from the biblical world were already utilizing specific sleep tonics that modern science is now proving can trigger the pineal gland, lower core body temperature, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system at a cellular level. Welcome to Ancient Vitality, where we bridge the gap between ancient secrets and modern clinical evidence to help you reclaim your biological potential. Today, we journey into the world of 7 unique biblical sleep healers, ranked from foundational to life-changing. These are not just folklore. They are biochemical tools that target the roots of sleep fragmentation. Pay close attention to number 5, because it contains a rare plant-based precursor to the sleep molecule that modern sleep labs are calling a game-changer for deep-wave recovery. And stay tuned for number 7, because this legendary aromatic was once the primary defense against the night terrors of the ancient world, and modern trials are finally revealing how it physically switches off the brain's fear center. If you are ready to reclaim the restorative power of the night, listen closely. The difference between a restless night and a rejuvenated life is found in the chemistry of the past. We begin our journey with the most foundational grain of the ancient Near East, barley. While often viewed as mere sustenance, ancient healers prized barley water for its calming properties. Modern nutritional science reveals why. Barley is exceptionally high in magnesium and zinc. Magnesium acts as a natural agonist for the GABA receptors in your brain, the brakes of the nervous system. By increasing GABA activity, barley helps quiet the racing thoughts that keep the mind awake. It acts as a biological anchor, grounding your nervous system so the transition into sleep becomes effortless. Moving to the desert edges, we find the bitter herbs mentioned in the earliest biblical accounts, specifically chicory. Ancient wisdom suggests that sleep is impossible if the inner fire of digestion is unsettled. Modern research confirms that chicory is rich in inulin and lacticarium. Lacticarium, often called lettuce opium, has mild sedative properties that do not disrupt the REM cycle. By stabilizing blood sugar and calming the gut-brain axis, chicory ensures that your internal clock isn't interrupted by digestive spikes in the middle of the night. The third pillar takes us to one of the 2 nuts specifically mentioned in the biblical book of Genesis, the pistachio. For decades, we believed melatonin was only produced in the human brain. However, recent breakthroughs in plant chemistry have discovered that pistachios are one of the most concentrated food sources of natural melatonin in existence. Just a small handful provides enough of this hormone to signal to your pineal gland that the sun has set. It is a direct biological command to your body to begin the sleep cycle, synchronizing your internal clock with the natural world. Next, we look at cumin, a spice so essential it was used as currency in the ancient world. Ancient texts describe it as a soother of the spirit. Modern science shows that cumin can help regulate core body temperature, a critical factor for entering deep sleep. Furthermore, cumin contains compounds that stimulate the production of melatonin precursors in the gut. By helping the body drop its temperature and prepare its internal chemistry, cumin acts as a thermal switch, sliding you into the cool, deep states of recovery. This brings us to the 5th and perhaps most powerful sleep regulator, wild cherries. While the modern sweet cherry is a treat, the ancient tart varieties were medicinal. They are a rare source of proanthocyanidins, which increase the availability of tryptophan in the brain. Tryptophan is the raw material your body uses to build serotonin, which then converts into melatonin. By providing the building blocks for sleep, these ancient fruits act as a master catalyst, ensuring your brain has exactly what it needs to maintain a deep, uninterrupted slumber. The 6th healer is a gift from the ancient heights, spikenard. This was the precious oil used in the most sacred biblical anointings. While most associate it with scent, ancient scholars often used it in minute quantities as a tonic for the heavy heart. Modern neurobiology has found that spikenard interacts with the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. It helps inhibit the fight or flight response, making it the perfect antidote for the cortisol-driven anxiety that causes middle-of-the-night waking. It is a molecular off switch for the stress of the day. Finally, we reach the seventh and most transformative sleep healer, sage. Its biblical use was centered on purification and clearing the night. Modern clinical trials have confirmed that sage is one of the most effective natural treatments for regulating the sweat glands and the hypothalamus during sleep. Many people wake up because of microsweats or temperature fluctuations they aren't even aware of. Sage stabilizes the body's moisture and heat levels, ensuring that your sleep environment remains perfectly balanced. It is the final step in your reclamation, a master protector of the sanctity of the night. The ancient world understood that sleep was not a luxury. It was a sacred act of renewal. They guarded their nights with the most potent tools the earth could provide. We have spent too long trying to solve exhaustion with artificial chemicals, forgetting that the blueprint for perfect rest was written in the soil thousands of years ago. By returning to these 7 biblical healers, from the magnesium support of barley to the emotional stability of spikenard, you are reclaiming a level of vitality that the modern world has tried to suppress. Drop a comment below. Will you start with the melatonin power of pistachios or the cooling calm of cumin? I read every comment. Subscribe to Ancient Vitality, and we'll see you in the next one.